In the swallowed star animation, we can observe the differences in body size among various groups, and even within the human branches, there are notable distinctions. This isn't surprising, as these variations come from different species. But have you noticed that high-level warriors tend to be larger in size than lower-level ones, especially the immortal warriors, who are significantly more imposing? Is this just a coincidence? In fact, it's not. This is a reflection of the level of genetic enhancement. Whenever a warrior steps into a completely new level, their genetic enhancement improves, leading to an increase in size. Therefore, when two warriors of noticeably different levels stand side by side, even if both are adults, the lower-level warrior can look almost childlike by comparison. So, what exactly changes when a warrior reaches each level? Today, we'll explore this topic. To better understand the divisions and power levels of cultivation in Swallowed Star, we first need to grasp what defines a warrior. In Swallowed Star, warriors are broadly divided into two main paths: genetic warriors and spirit masters. The term warrior usually refers to these two paths, and it is also commonly used as a shorthand for genetic warriors. According to the setting, the apprentice level is the first stage on a warrior's cultivation path, but it is of an insignificant level. The power of an apprentice-level warrior, whether it's spiritual energy or physical strength, is usually crude, resembling brute force. Their genetic energy cannot be released externally, and their spiritual energy cannot penetrate metal. Compared to an ordinary person, an apprentice-level warrior's strength is typically 100 to 1,000 times greater, but in terms of life gene levels, they are no different from ordinary humans. As a result, apprentice-level warriors cannot obtain universal citizenship in many empires. Nonetheless, the apprentice level is still the necessary first step on a warrior's cultivation journey. In the universe, there are many ways to help ordinary people reach the apprentice level, such as the purple light dew. Of course, there are still some races in the universe that cannot cultivate due to genetic reasons. Do you remember what happened when Suxin passed away? The necklace she wore brought her back to life. In fact, there is a race in the universe that is born with the eternal body. The eternal body refers to their ability to never age. Even after suffering severe injuries, they can self-repair. Only through a soul attack can someone with an eternal body be killed. This means that anyone with an eternal body, including Suxin, can live for tens of millions of years, which is the limit of how long their soul can survive. If they want to possess true eternal life like the immortals, they must give up their eternal body and undergo a soul possession. Afterward, they can cultivate like other warriors, comprehend the fundamental laws, and eventually break through to become immortal. Of course, before becoming immortal, they must go through several levels. For example, above the apprentice level is the planetary level. Only by reaching the planetary level can a warrior obtain universal citizenship. So, under what circumstances can one advance from the apprentice level to the planetary level? What are the requirements? In fact, level advancement is a derivative process of a small universe in the warrior's sea of consciousness. For example, a level 9 apprentice warrior, when attempting to break through to planetary level, will guide or manipulate their consciousness to gradually transform a water ball in their sea of consciousness into a planet. When the planet is formed, an invisible force will spread, enveloping the warrior's entire body. As soon as the warrior moves their will, the essence of their spiritual energy or genetic force will spread throughout their body, causing a transformation. Cells, skin, and other aspects will inevitably undergo metamorphosis. This is the leap in life gene levels. However, on some remote or backward planets, warriors without guidance from powerful experts can only blindly explore by feeling. On the other hand, many families and forces in the universe have methods to help a level 9 apprentice warrior break through to planetary level 1, such as the mysterious 99 refining technique that Luo Feng obtained from the 9 ancient civilization ruins. With a clear cultivation system, the chance of a warrior successfully entering planetary level is greatly increased. This is why Luo Ping and Luo Hai were able to reach planetary level at about the age of 11. After all, when Suxin was pregnant, Luo Feng had already reached planetary level. Excellent genes combined with a good cultivation system make it not difficult for them to enter planetary level. It is worth mentioning that as the life gene level increases, the warrior's lifespan will also be extended due to the enhanced physical constitution. Generally, the lifespan limit of a planetary level warrior is around 1,000 years. Ordinary viruses cannot harm a planetary level warrior's body, and they may not even need to breathe. A planetary level warrior's sea of consciousness will gradually increase the number of planets as they accumulate cosmic energy, from 1 to 9, reaching planetary level 9. It should be noted that in each level, from level 1 to level 9, it is a process of energy accumulation. As the level increases, the required energy and time also increase. For families with ample financial resources or large organizations, simply absorbing cosmic energy to raise levels can be a waste of time. Therefore, when cultivating geniuses, they often provide items to shorten the time needed for energy accumulation, giving them more time to study laws and secret techniques, improving their strength. For example, when Babada was cultivating Luofeng at planetary level, she allowed Luofeng to absorb energy from the Moya crystal, which enabled him to rise from planetary level 1 to level 9 in just 2 or 3 years, much faster than the normal 10 to 100 years. After reaching planetary level, a warrior can control the surrounding magnetic field at will, altering gravity to achieve hovering or flight. Spirit masters typically have a faster flying speed at the same level than genetic warriors. Does this mean spirit masters are stronger at the same level? To understand this, we need to explore the source of their power. The power of genetic warriors comes from physical strength and genetic force, allowing a planetary level 1 genetic warrior to have a basic attack strength of 2 to 4 million kilograms. In contrast, a planetary level 1 spirit master's spiritual energy attack is between 1 to 2 million kilograms. At first glance, genetic warriors seem stronger, but this is not the case. Spirit masters also need to cultivate genetic force because a stronger body can carry more spiritual energy. Typically, spirit masters' spiritual energy can be 1 to 2 levels higher than their physical strength. For example, a planetary level 3 spirit master may only have the physical strength of a planetary level 1 genetic warrior. In terms of force amplitude, spiritual energy is usually more effective than physical strength. For example, at planetary level, Lei Shun, as a genetic warrior, has a force amplitude of only 7 times, while Luofeng's spiritual energy amplitude reaches 36 times. This gives spirit masters an advantage over genetic warriors at the same level. However, it is important to note that amplitude is based on basic strength. If the basic strength is low, such as only 10 kilograms, even if the amplitude reaches 100 times, it will not meet the minimum standard for a planetary level warrior. As a peak bloodline golden horned beast, its life gene level is 10 times higher than that of a human. How many times can its force amplitude reach? The answer is at least 80 times. Furthermore, with its unique secret technique enhancement, and its inherited secret technique deity of the world, the golden horned beast can unleash attacks up to 100 times its basic strength while possessing stronger defense. This is why the golden horned beast is usually 2 to 3 levels stronger than a warrior of the same level. Therefore, when human warriors face the golden horned beast at the same level, unless they possess extraordinary talent or powerful secret techniques, their chances of winning are slim. However, spirit masters still have a chance to win because consciousness strength is not limited by the body. The stronger the consciousness, the higher the amplitude of their spiritual energy. This is why Luofeng, with the help of the soul imprint from the Huyen Bo inheritance, could break through the golden horned beast's soul defense. When a peak planetary level 9th stage warrior's sea of consciousness experiences an explosion of planets, and through the warrior's consciousness guidance, they merge into a star system, they officially step into the stellar level. At the same time, their life gene undergoes a second leap. At this point, their lifespan is extended to about 10,000 years, and their strength is at least 10 times that of a planetary level warrior. This stage is highly suitable for cultivation because the stellar level is still considered a relatively weak stage, making it the best time to lay a solid foundation, much like starting training from a young age in real life. Particularly, stellar-level warriors who have already touched the laws and even begun to comprehend the original laws will show their extraordinary cultivation talent. If sufficient cultivation resources and conditions are provided, growing to immortality, or even becoming a strong figure among immortals, is not a difficult task. Are you curious why, when choosing to cultivate lower-level warriors, we don't select lower-level planetary-level ones? This is because, in the universe, planetary-level warriors are not only numerous but also many races have strong bloodlines. For example, some races can even naturally reach planetary level during their childhood, which makes it difficult to truly demonstrate the advantage of cultivation talent. It's worth mentioning that while high bloodlines can indicate a higher starting point in cultivation, they do not represent cultivation talent. Therefore, although the bloodline of the wild god race ranks among the top 10 in the human branches, we do not see any wild god race stellar level warriors making it into the top 10 in the geniuses battle. This shows that cultivation talent has a greater impact on a warrior's achievements. Moreover, cultivation talent cannot be cultivated, but bloodlines can be improved, such as by taking over the body of a high-blooded life or using a bloodline evolution agent. Although warriors can fly through space for a short time once they reach the stellar level, they cannot survive for long periods. Only upon reaching the universe level can they wander through space with their bodies. This is because universe-level warriors, after evolution, not only possess a lifespan of around 100,000 years, but also achieve a remarkable harmony between their spiritual power, genetic energy, will, and body. After the fusion of their powers, they can exert some control over the surrounding space, even forming a domain. Unlike stellar-level warriors, universe-level warriors have a massive spiral galaxy within their sea of consciousness, from which the essence of their soul is formed. The entire spiral galaxy has 8 spiral arms, with its core being a miniature black hole that slowly devours surrounding stars and continuously expands, while releasing pure power. This is the source of the universe-level warrior's strength. As their realm increases, the 8 spiral arms gradually give rise to 8 smaller black holes. The power of a first-stage universe-level warrior is equivalent to the combined force of over 40 stellar-level ninth-stage warrior strikes. In addition, universe-level spirit masters can derive incredibly pure mental energy from the power generated by the black holes. In fact, if one has enough wealth, even without cultivating, they can reach the universe level. For example, the E-class nutrition cabin used by Luophone allows a warrior's body to evolve to the universe level, but this consumption is something that ordinary people cannot afford. Just the nutrients in the capsule would be enough for Luophone to purchase hundreds or even thousands of universe-level slaves. So, are you curious why Luophone didn't choose to buy hundreds of universe-level slaves to form a universe-level warrior legion when competing with Nuo Lanshan for the ownership of Earth? The reason is that he had a universe-level 9th stage slave, Defan, and a universe-level 6th stage golden horned beast, which was enough to deal with the crisis. Therefore, Luophone did not need to waste valuable resources to buy large numbers of universe-level slaves. In addition, the number of soul imprints is limited. Soul imprints are marks formed by condensing the soul, and a stellar-level soul, unless possessing a heavenly-grade soul, cannot control hundreds of slaves. If one tries to forcibly condense soul imprints beyond their limit, they may suffer backlash. If more than 100 universe-level slaves were to break free from control, the consequences would be disastrous. In addition to the high cost, evolution methods like the nutrition cabin have a clear drawback: they cause a warrior's cultivation foundation to be unstable. This is because these methods only evolve the warrior's body to the universe level. Since the speed of physical evolution is far faster than cultivation speed, warriors often rely too much on the power of their bodies. For example, if a planetary level warrior uses external power to forcibly evolve their body to the universe level, during cultivation, whether in using weapons or casting secret techniques, the physical strength can compensate for their lack of insight into the laws. This dependency can prevent them from unlocking their full potential, and they may even fail to fully comprehend domain, making it difficult to break through to the level of domain master. Only when a domain reaches 9 levels can a warrior break through to the domain master level. As the name suggests, the domain master is the ruler of the domain. When a universe level 9 warrior breaks through to the domain master level, the black holes in the vortex galaxy and the black holes on the 8 spiral arms will begin to devour the surrounding stars, drawing closer to the center. Once the black holes on the 8 spiral arms are entirely absorbed by the black hole in the vortex galaxy, a giant black hole will form and eventually evolve into a singularity, which is the domain master's core of life. This is the domain master's only fatal weakness. This means that the only way to kill a domain master is to shatter the core. Moreover, a domain master can not only hide their soul within the core but also conceal and suppress their presence. As their realm advances, the interior space of the core will gradually evolve into a world. However, before this world forms, no other beings or objects, except for the warrior themselves, can enter the core. Naturally, a warrior will not easily enter their own core to avoid exposing it. It is essential to understand that once the core is shattered, the domain master will demise. As long as the core remains intact, the domain master can recover from any damage. The lifespan of an ordinary human domain master is about 1 million years. Unlike humans, the golden horned beast, which is born with a life core, integrates the singularity into its core when the black hole collapses to form it. Over time, the singularity and the core completely merge, becoming one. This is also why the golden horned beast's core is much harder than a human domain master's life core. Typically, even if the golden horned beast exposes its core in front of a similarly ranked warrior, they cannot break through its outer defenses. Of course, no warrior would allow anyone to attack their core easily. After all, in the vast universe, it's hard to guarantee there is no warrior above their level. For example, when Luophone was at domain master level 9, he could easily kill a typical world master level 3. If he went all out and spared no effort, he might even be able to kill a world master level 5. With 9 levels of the domain master can vaguely perceive the fluctuations of the laws and start to comprehend a lower-level original law, even stepping into its threshold. This marks a qualitative shift in combat. They can use the original laws in battle, no longer relying solely on physical strength or spiritual energy. Therefore, under normal circumstances, a talented Universe Level 9 warrior is almost impossible to defeat by a Domain Master Level 1 warrior. In fact, the Domain Master not only has the ability to use the original laws but also possesses a physical advantage, and the special nature of the life core makes them nearly invincible. Only when a talented Universe Level warrior has a deep understanding of a higher level original law and can accurately locate the Domain Master's core is there a chance to change the outcome. As their understanding of the original laws deepens, the energy of the laws absorbed by the core becomes purer, driving the evolution of the core's internal space, eventually forming a world capable of sustaining life. Once this transformation is complete, the Domain Master will break through and step into the World Master level. When a warrior breaks through to the World Master level, their spiritual energy and genetic force will touch and merge, fusing consciousness and will, ultimately forming the power of the world. When the first trace of the power of the world is born within their body, their consciousness resonates with the cosmic origin, as if a passage is formed between their inner world and the cosmic origin, allowing an endless stream of cosmic origin energy to flow in, filling their entire inner world. The larger the inner world, the more cosmic origin energy it can absorb. Under the warrior's control, this vast energy drives the natural evolution of the world, creating continents, oceans, mountains, and plants, ultimately forming a true world. The excess cosmic origin energy will condense into cosmic crystals, which can be used as universal currency, like the cosmic coins we see. Moreover, a world master's consciousness can merge with the cosmic origin, allowing them to comprehend the original laws at a much faster rate than warriors of other levels. Even an immortal level powerhouse cannot compare to a world master in this regard. As a result, some powerful world masters may choose not to rush to break through to the immortal level, instead remaining at the world master level. They may choose to stop understanding lower laws and focus on understanding upper laws. Once they fully comprehend a lower level origin law, they will break through to the immortal level, and this process is irreversible. However, this approach comes with risk. When a world master decides to stop understanding lower laws, they must bear the risk of never breaking through to the immortal level. Without trying to break through, they cannot confirm whether they have fully understood a lower law or if their understanding is flawed. If their judgment is wrong or an accident occurs, the warrior may remain trapped at the world master level, ultimately dying from the soul's limit, as Luo did. The reason why world masters risk abandoning lower law comprehension to focus on upper laws is not only to gain the strength of a marquis rank or even a king rank when they break through to the immortal level, but also because they hope to gain recognition from the upper original laws while still at the world master level. After gaining recognition from the original laws, their soul will merge with the origin pearl, and corresponding marks will appear on their forehead. This means that even after breaking through to the immortal level, their consciousness will still be able to enter the ocean of laws, and their comprehension speed will not be affected. However, reaching this achievement is extremely rare for world masters, so only those who are exceptionally gifted dare to attempt it. Because world masters have an inner world, an independent space capable of hosting life, some alien strongmen may hide within the inner world of human world masters. By doing so, they can conceal their movements, lurk within human territories, and strike unexpectedly, catching their enemies off guard. Some immortal-level powerhouses may also hide as alien chess pieces in human worlds, carrying out assassination missions. For example, when Luo Feng was at the Domain Master level, his rapid progress made him the third most targeted assassin by the Zerg race. Of course, only a world master enslaved by their soul would allow their master or subordinates to hide within their inner world. After all, if the inner world is attacked and collapses, the world master will demise with it. Unlike warriors of other levels, world masters are more likely to use their world projection in battle to suppress opponents rather than relying on their domain. The stronger the inner world, the more powerful the suppression effect of the world projection. A typical human peak world master's inner world has a diameter of about 10,000 kilometers, while that of a golden horned beast is at least 30 million kilometers. A larger inner world means it contains more energy and can better nourish the soul, which is why golden horned beasts typically live 10 times longer than human world masters. Even so, the golden horned beasts that break through to become immortal are still rare, illustrating the difficulty of overcoming their limitations. It is worth mentioning that from apprentice level to world master level is a transition of life gene, whereas from world master to immortal level is a transformation of the soul. Therefore, the life gene tier of world masters and immortals may be close or even the same, both at 100 times the life gene tier. However, even the top world masters in the virtual universe company or the huge Axe dojo, although capable of defeating ordinary immortals, cannot kill them. This is closely related to the unique body structure of immortals. When a world master fully comprehends a lower law, they can attempt to break through and become an immortal. Do you remember the origin pearl I mentioned? Warriors must use the origin pearl, combined with secret methods, willpower, spiritual energy, or genetic energy fluctuations, to break through the restrictions of their life core and touch the ocean of original laws within the cosmic origin, ultimately achieving immortality. During this process, the corresponding original law will descend, and the warrior's body will transform into an immortal divine body made of divine power. At this point, the warrior can integrate their soul imprint into every portion of divine power, making it private. In other words, when an immortal level warrior attacks with divine power, no matter how much divine power is released, it will eventually return to the warrior unless it is counteracted by other immortal divine powers. Moreover, the immortal divine body can recover instantly, no matter how much damage it suffers, even if it is shattered, returning to its original state. Therefore, in most cases, to kill an immortal level powerhouse, there are typically only two methods: forced annihilation and soul destruction. Forced annihilation refers to the destruction of the opponent's immortal divine power. To destroy an immortal level powerhouse's divine power, unless the attacker is clearly superior in strength, it requires a cost. This cost is that the attacker must burn their own immortal divine power to annihilate the opponent's divine power. This is also why Luo Feng chose the third clone based on size. A larger size means more divine power reserves. For example, suppose there are two immortal level warriors of the same level fighting. One is 3,000 meters tall, and the other is only 500 meters tall. If both consume 150 meters of divine power reserves, it may seem similar, but the actual impact is very different. For the 3,000 meter tall warrior, the consumption of 150 meters of divine power is easily recoverable, as the divine power consumed in regular combat is generally about 3% to 5%. However, for the 500 meter tall warrior, losing 150 meters of divine power reserves would cause a significant drop in strength, possibly leaving only half of their peak power. This is because the loss of divine power is equivalent to the loss of the soul. If the soul is seriously damaged, the cost of the necessary treasures for recovery could bankrupt an immortal level warrior. Of course, immortal level powerhouses of different levels face different consequences even if they lose the same amount of divine body. In fact, the immortal level can be divided into three tiers: Immortal Army Lord, Marquis Immortal, and King Immortal. Each tier is further subdivided into normal, intermediate, and peak stages. The primary difference lies in the depth of their understanding of upper original laws. For example, a Marquis Immortal has already gained recognition from the original law, while a King Immortal can perform more advanced abilities, such as teleportation or time stop. As their comprehension of the laws deepens, not only does their divine power become more refined, but their physical strength also increases. Specifically, an Immortal Army Lord's strength can reach 1,000 times that of a World Master, a Marquis Immortal can reach 10,000 times, and a King Immortal can reach 100,000 times. These are the upper limits of strength at each level within the Immortal stage. However, some King Immortals, due to their talent, secret methods, or special physical cultivation techniques, can break through the norm and achieve strength 1,000,000 times that of a World Master. These immortal powerhouses are classified as King Immortal limit level, and King Immortal Jinyan is a typical example. This is why Jinyan is regarded as being close to the strength of an ordinary universe Venerable. Due to the varying purity of divine power, the amount of destruction they can endure differs. For example, if an Immortal Army Lord's divine body contains 1,000 units of divine power per centimeter, while a King Immortal contains 100,000 units, the Immortal Army Lord's 1,000 units would be destroyed under an attack of 100,000 units, while the King Immortal would be able to withstand it. It's important to note that immortal level warriors can integrate their soul imprint into every unit of divine power. The purer the divine power, the more finely the soul can be dispersed. This is why when an Immortal Army Lord loses 50% of their divine body, their consciousness collapses and they die, while a Marquis Immortal can survive even with only 1% of their divine body remaining. However, if they rely solely on absorbing cosmic energy, the recovery process could take billions of years. The ability of immortal-level warriors to integrate their soul into divine power means that pinnacle world masters can defeat but cannot fully kill immortal warriors. This is because world masters lack divine power and cannot obliterate the immortal divine power, unless their weapon can invoke chaotic energy to destroy it. However, when one's comprehension of the laws and amplitude secret techniques reaches the limit of King Immortal, or even approaches the level of a universe Venerable, it is possible to kill an immortal level warrior without divine power, even without such special weapons or treasures. The reason is that the soul imprint can be shattered in the face of absolute power and cannot be restored. However, achieving this level of mastery over the laws is rare among world masters. Historically, only the demised disciple of the primal Chaos City Master managed to accomplish this. Luo Feng, in the future, will be the second, and perhaps even much better. The second way to kill an immortal is through soul destruction, by using soul attacks to destroy the soul imprint within the immortal's divine power. Unless the soul realm undergoes further transformation, the soul imprint will be corroded over time until they demise. An immortal warrior who dies this way may have their divine body intact, but their soul will be lost, as if in eternal slumber, never to awaken, just like Hu Yanba. When the gap in rank and power is immense, a soul attack can instantly kill an immortal level warrior. For example, the attack of a universe venerable's aggressive spiritual energy can instantly cause even a king immortal to perish. Those who survive either have highly advanced soul cultivation or possess soul defense treasures. When a world master breaks through to immortal, they not only transform their physical body into an immortal divine body but also lose control over the world power. Once they lose the support of world power, their internal world will gradually dissipate after a certain period. Therefore, the warrior must transform their internal world into a divine kingdom within a limited time, or they will not be able to continue their breakthrough. To establish a divine kingdom, the warrior must enter a spatial interlayer, find suitable spatial fragments, and release their internal world so that it merges with the fragments, ultimately forming the divine kingdom. A divine kingdom is crucial to every immortal warrior. Once it is destroyed, even if the immortal survives, their level will be permanently halted unless a universe master or true god is willing to reverse time and restore the divine kingdom. Of course, to destroy an immortal's divine kingdom, one must possess enough power to easily kill that immortal. If an immortal demises, their divine kingdom will collapse and dissipate as it loses its vitality. Although immortals lose the world power and cannot use world projections, they gain the law domain. This is entirely different from the domains used by stellar-level geniuses, as a law domain consists of complete laws. Even a domain master-level golden-horned beast with a 3,000 kilometers internal world would still be at a disadvantage when facing the law domain, as the power of the law domain is evident. However, in battles between immortals, the law domain is usually not used. The reason is that every immortal has completely comprehended a lower law, and the power of their law domains is the same. When an immortal fully comprehends an upper law, they can break through to become a universe venerable. At the same time, the original law of the universe will descend again, aiding the transformation of their divine body and enhancing the purity of their divine power by 100-fold. The divine kingdom will also undergo a transformation and expansion. Unlike the breakthrough to immortal, when breaking through to universe venerable, the original law will only descend for a moment. Therefore, many universe venerables, right after their breakthrough, find their divine body smaller than before due to the greater purity of their divine power. They need to absorb cosmic energy to gradually restore their divine body to its original size. Universe venerables, also known as space venerables or time venerables, because every universe venerable fully masters the original law of space or original law of time, possess the power to create a universe kingdom of a higher civilization. The universe venerable level is divided into two ranks, universe venerable and universe overlord. The Tianshi Palace Master, who will appear in the upcoming Blood River Continent arc, is a universe overlord, which is why he has the power to dominate the Blood River Continent. Of course, there are distinctions within each rank, mainly reflected in the strength of the created secret techniques and the purity of divine power. Generally, human universe venerables are somewhat at a disadvantage in terms of divine bodies compared to other races. This is because, whether at the World Master, Immortal, or Universe Venerable level, the maximum limit of human life genes is only 100 times, making their bodies significantly smaller. On the other hand, special life forms whose life gene levels far surpass humans can, even at the Immortal level, kill an ordinary Universe Venerable due to their large divine bodies. This is because a large divine body means greater divine power reserves. The only way to address the disadvantage in body size is to create more powerful secret techniques. However, killing immortal-level special life forms is still extremely difficult. The reason is that even consuming 50% of one's divine power can only annihilate 5% to 10% of the opponent's divine body, and excessive consumption of divine power will drastically reduce one's own strength, even leading to potential counterattacks. At the Universe Venerable level, an individual becomes an important member of their race, shouldering the responsibility of competing for resources. For example, they may travel to the primordial star to seize treasures. It's worth mentioning that the primordial star is one of the places closest to the origin of the universe. If a universe venerable is an important member of a race, then the universe master is the leader of that race. There are two ways to break through and become a universe master. The first is to fully comprehend two upper laws and become an existence that transcends space and time. The second is to fuse the lower law already comprehended with the corresponding upper law, thus mastering the power of space and time. Unlike universe venerables, when a universe master breaks through, what descends is not the original law of space or time, but a swirling vortex that is interwoven with black and white, resembling chaotic energy. At this point, their divine kingdom will not only undergo a transformation and expansion, but the purity of their divine power will also increase by 100-fold. As an existence that transcends space and time, the gene level of a universe master is no longer limited to the 100-fold threshold. Therefore, the strength of each universe master's divine body is at least 10,000 times that of a universe venerable, reaching a force of 100 billion times that of a world master. This explains why a universe master, even without burning divine power, can easily annihilate an immortal. The powerful secret techniques they create can even cause the immediate demise of a universe venerable. The strength of a universe master is immense. Due to their control over space and time, a universe master can reverse time and space to revive a demised person. However, resurrecting the dead violates the laws of the universe's operation and thus incurs punishment from the universe. Generally speaking, resurrecting a universe venerable causes backlash strong enough to seriously injure the universe master, while reviving a universe overlord could lead to their demise. However, if the universe master's divine body is large enough, the backlash from resurrection can be negligible. For example, when Luo Feng revived Huyanba, who had over 1 billion kilometers of secluded ocean clone, he managed to reverse time and space to bring him back, along with 9 immortal-level servants and the Yun-Mo spaceship. Usually, universe masters do not bring back treasures when resurrecting strong individuals, because the higher the level of the treasure, the stronger the backlash, which may severely wound the universe master. However, Luo Feng, with his massive divine body, can fully bear the backlash, and the injury is almost negligible. When a universe master creates the strongest secret technique, they can manipulate the chaotic energy flow, instantly causing the demise of several universe venerables or even universe overlords with a wave of their hand. Luo Feng, who follows the secret script sect, created the universe master's strongest secret technique even at the universe venerable level. This caused great fear among other races, who sent powerful individuals to surround and kill him. However, when Luo Feng reached the perfect gene level below true God, the original universe granted him the strongest secret technique, I am the universe. With this technique, Luo Feng not only controlled the chaotic energy flow but also suppressed over 6,000 universe venerables, reducing them to nothingness and causing their instant demise. In the original universe, the highest cultivation level a warrior can reach is the true God level. There are two ways to break through to the true God level, one is through the path of laws, and the other is through the path of divine power. Warriors who choose the path of laws typically make use of the laws of space and time, but the specific paths they take vary. This is because once a warrior breaks through using a particular path, no other warrior can use the same approach and must seek a new path. The so-called using the laws of space and time refers to the warrior merging with other laws based on the laws of time and space. The novel does not specify whether they need to merge 3 or more laws, but it is certain that all true God-level warriors can master 10 fundamental laws. This inference is based on evidence. When breaking through to the true God level, the divine kingdom will be supplemented by chaotic energy, returning everything to a chaotic state, gradually expanding and evolving into a small universe. At the same time, the divine kingdom will be repelled by the original universe and gradually pushed toward the universe ocean, eventually separating from the original universe. Typically, a true God small universe has a diameter of 100 million light-years. The moment the small universe forms, the true God must seize the opportunity before the chaotic energy decomposes into the 10 fundamental original laws to complete the architecture of the small universe. This process is crucial for the true God and must not be mistaken, as it will determine the level and strength the true God can reach in the future. After completing the architecture of the small universe, the true God can focus on understanding the one-time chaotic transformation. The so-called chaotic transformation refers to the gradual evolution of chaotic laws into the 10 basic original laws. During this process, some complex fusion laws will emerge, but they will ultimately disappear and merge into the small universe. The difference between breaking through to the true God level through the divine power path and the laws path lies in the fact that when the life gene level reaches a certain height, such as exceeding 30,000 times, the divine body will be much larger than that of an ordinary true God. Especially when they successfully break through to over 90,000 times the gene, they will possess an infinite divine body. The term infinite does not mean that the true God can infinitely enlarge or shrink their divine body, but rather that they can adjust their body size freely within a certain range to achieve the best combat effect. Of course, the higher the gene level, the greater the limit of the body size. When the true God reaches 100,000 times the perfect gene level, they will obtain a perfect divine body. A perfect divine body can change size freely and is endowed with the ability to become formless and shapeless by the highest rules, meaning that no matter what form they take, it will not appear abnormal. However, the difficulty of breaking through to the true God level through the divine power path and achieving at least 30,000 times the gene level far exceeds that of the law's path. This is because the divine power path requires a profound understanding of the life structure. Throughout history, no one other than Luo Feng has successfully cultivated to the perfect life gene level. Therefore, Luo Feng possesses an unprecedented small universe of 1 billion light-years, and his divine power reserves are far greater than those of other true gods. When a warrior breaks through to the true God level and possesses their own small universe, they are no longer protected by the original universe. Thus, the clone talent granted by the original universe will disappear. At the same time, the true God's divine body will undergo restructuring, returning from a divine power-based form to its original form of flesh and blood. At this point, the true God's heart becomes their fatal weakness. This means that once the true God's heart is shattered, the true God will perish. Since the true God's heart is closely connected to the small universe, the divine power consumed during battle can be quickly replenished from the small universe through the true God's heart. Moreover, a true God with a perfect divine body can recover divine power at a speed far exceeding the consumption rate. This is why, under normal circumstances, it is difficult to kill a true God with a perfect divine body. Even if they unfortunately perish, if a drop of blood remains, they can be revived. When a true God's mastery of the laws reaches the level where they can traverse the void, they officially enter the void true God level. Once they break through to the void true God level, under the constraints of the highest rules, the true God will no longer be able to remain in the spatial dimension of the original universe and must enter the cycle of reincarnation, heading to the origin continent. This is the evolutionary process that all life in the original universe can reach during their cultivation. If you wish to learn more about any specific level, feel free to leave a comment. In the upcoming videos, I will provide a detailed explanation of the cultivation process on the origin continent. Stay tuned. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.